Hello, hello, hello. Is everybody there? Let's see. Yep, there we are. We're going live. All right. This big water bottle here. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking all about AI, which stands for artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of things that have come across the world of the contractor, if you will, in the last year and a half, as far as AI and how we can automate things and do a lot of the groundwork. Well, let me just show you here in a few minutes. But first of all, I want to actually announce that we're having a free training this Thursday. I'm going to be teaching it online here. Let me get you that link. I'll put it down below. This training is all about how to get paid using Xactimate and how to save time. So one of the topics I am going to be talking about on that, I'm going to put it here in the comments for you. You guys should see that pop in on Facebook and YouTube. One of the things that I'm going to be talking about on that webinar on Thursday is going to be AI and more of how it fits into Xactimate. Tonight, I'm going to keep it a little bit high level as far as how you can use Xactimate in your business as a whole. And then Thursday, I'll be going over how to take what I'm teaching right now and put it into Xactimate. So good to see everybody. Thanks for saying hello there. And that's what it's all about. So tonight is more of a higher level, how to use Xactimate in your business as a contractor. And it's actually a really AI is basically, the whole point of it is so it'll save you time, right? So I just wanted to show you is some of the time saving aspects of it. Also, I'm going to show you how you can use it to do research. So if you're, hi guys, good to see you. Yep. Alan and Kevin, I see you there. So you can use it to do research as well as solve for what I call the blank page syndrome. So I don't know if you're like me, but you know, it's late on a Thursday afternoon and maybe a customer complaint came in. It's taken too long for you guys to get out here. What's up with that? Why are you taking so long to get the job done? Whatever, you know, some kind of email that you're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this right now. I have the blank page syndrome where I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, I'm mad. I'm hangry because it's almost dinner time. It's Thursday afternoon. It's like, why isn't it Friday in the weekend already? Like, I don't want to deal with this. What you can do, but that's what I mean by blank page syndrome. So like, you don't even want to start the email. You're like, I'll get back to them in the morning. What you can do is have templates set up so that if you have this situation, maybe it's a sales lead, could be customer complaints or customer service kind of situation. Maybe you're looking for new hires, all kinds of things you can templatize using the tool I'm going to show you tonight. And then that way you have a place to start. So, you know, have the template, which is the bulk of the email, but then just customize the few lines that pertain to their particular situation, because we're all human beings. We want to hear from other humans, right? That's really the power of using some of the AI tools that are out there. So I don't know if you guys have also seen EagleView now has their drone assess program out there. Basically, you pull up to the job, you put the drone on the ground, it's pre-programmed, it flies its lawnmower pattern, gets over 300 photos. It sits about 3 feet or a meter above the roof, about, you know, meters about 3 feet, so that you get a close-up and you can really zoom in on these high-res photos to get, you know, all the details that you need to include in your estimates. And it will also, is starting to do this, automatic damage detection. Some people love that idea, some people hate it. I'm not here to debate, I'm just here to tell you what it is. But right there, you've done the job of 2 or 3 people, because the adjuster can also use that same report that you pull, the assess report. You've done the job in 2 or 3 people in less than 30 minutes, have 300 photos that are high res, and it's detecting the damage, whether it's hail or a defect. It's doing all of that in under 30 minutes. That is amazing. It also will take photos at an angle, an oblique angle, so that you can get your sighting as well. So, oh, and it also provides measurements too. So there's some really cool AI stuff that's happening out there. Love it or hate it, it is going to make our lives easier and make our lives safer, especially with the drone assess program that EagleView has. You know, then now we don't have to get on the roofs. The adjuster doesn't have to. You as a contractor don't have to, and we can save a lot of injuries and other problems with that. So there's a lot of things that AI can do in our business. So now that we have good amount of people here, I'll go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the tool that I'm talking about. And a lot of you probably are already using it, but I'll show you how I use it and make it really super effective in our business. So the tool here, you're going to see it on your screen. Let me see if I can do that. I like that better. What it is, Chat GPT. Yay! So again, some people love it, some people hate it. Chat GPT, okay? And you can just start an account by going to chat.openai.com. What ChatGPT does for you is amazing. So let me just give you an example really quick right here. Let's say that you're new to the game, or you're starting a roofing company in Texas. You've had one in Colorado for a long time, but you want to open another office in Texas, but you're not quite sure what the Unfair Claims Settlement Practice Act is in Texas. So first, I'm going to show you bullet point number 1, how you can use ChatGPT for research. And what's so great about it is it's crawling the internet in a very, it's called a machine learned way to find the best of the best answers for you and explain concepts that are high level at a basic, and in fact, I'll show you just a second what I did here after I asked it this question. So I asked it, will you please explain the unfair claims settlement practices in Texas? And it broke it all down, what exactly it is. And if I'm working on a job and the adjuster is, throwing up a lot of the roadblocks at me, they might have violated one of these parts of the act, and I'm more informed and understand what's going on with the Unfair Claims Settlement Act. And you can ask it for any, as long as your state has one enacted, which I think probably all 50 states do. But I could go ask ChatGPT that. Go find me which states don't have an Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act. They pretty much all do. But there we go. And then I took it a step further because I felt like it was a little too high level for me to explain this to a homeowner. So I said, explain it like you're talking to a 7-year-old. Sure, imagine you have insurance for your toys. It breaks it down in a really, succinct, playful manner too. It was pretty cool. Whenever I am trying to train up a new estimator, or someone comes to me and says, Alina, your course at Xactimate is great, but sounds great, I want to join, but do you teach how, I don't know anything about construction, how do I learn that? That's where I'm like, well, actually, there's things like ChatGPT where you can go and learn about why we use the materials that we're asking for on our estimates. So there's one here I ran for Ice and Water Shield, and I asked it to explain why we use Ice and Water Shield. And I haven't used it in a while, so it's probably at the bottom. Another thing I said, tell me, write an email addressed to a property adjuster asking them to add overhead and profit to the claim. So it wrote me the email. Again, it's solving for the blank page problem. The thing I want you to take, though, with a grain of salt, if you're going to copy and paste any of these templates, is that you want to read through it and make sure it makes absolute sense. It's very good at writing out the verbiage and creating the why the adjuster, they should add the O&P. But on some of these that you're looking at, it sounds like AI wrote it. Do you know what I mean by that? Whenever you're scrolling through TikTok or your Reels or YouTube Shorts, you can tell when that voice, it's like an auto-generated AI voice. That's kind of the way things are written in ChatGPT. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, but it does give me something to start with, because that blank page syndrome is real. Whenever I'm frustrated or I just don't want to address the email that came into my inbox or whatever it is, you can take a lot of the stress out of that by just copying and pasting and then tweaking the verbiage and then making that a template. So if it's, let's say, a customer service issue, you can ask it to write a customer service type of email and then tell it the situation. The more information you give it, the better answer it's going to give you. I'll talk about that here in a second. But and then you can take this, copy and paste it somewhere, Google Drive, wherever you save, those kinds of systems and processes in your business. And then next time that issue comes up again, you already have an email written, and you don't have to go back up to ChatGPT, etc. You will notice, though, over here on the left, there's my Ice and Water Shield right here. Over here on the left, it saves all of your searches that you've done in the past. If you do need to go back, you can. This is what it said. I asked it, what are the requirements for Ice and Water Shield being added to a roof? Gave me all the reasons, broken down, right? And so it'll fill in those knowledge gaps for you. I also have a couple of other things that I do with this. Let's see here. Why should I clean an exterior surface before painting? Right? What requirements to clean an exterior surface before painting? And it gave me a pretty good idea, but then I drilled down a little bit more. Why should I pressure wash the exterior of a house before painting? And it gave me an even better idea or a reasoning. Now, what I do with things like this is when I'm writing my estimate and Xactimate, I can take these answers, copy and paste them again, read them thoroughly before you just start templatizing this stuff. But this could be a line item note. The adjuster says, nope, we're just doing paint exterior. That's it. Well, no, we need to pressure wash it, and here's why. And it tells me in beautiful language why, so that I don't have to, come up with all the verbiage of it myself, or have to, if maybe you don't know, really, I don't know why. I think that's, we need to clean it, but why? It gives you all of the good reasoning. And what it's doing is going out and searching, like Sherwin-Williams, bulletins, Behr paint. It's collating all that information to you to give you a good reason as to why you need to do this action or install whatever material that you're looking for. So it's really a great resource for, not only solving blank page syndrome, but also giving you the reasoning why, so you can put that into the line item note and Xactimate. And I put a link in the comments down below for anyone that's just joined. We are going to be holding a webinar on Thursday where I'm going to talk about how to use this tool and put it into Xactimate. I'm not going to do with that tonight, but you can, if you'd like to join us on that webinar on Thursday, that link is there in the comment section. And if you're watching a replay, I'll put it in the description. Okay, a couple last things that I wanted to show you here. You can use this to write, like I said, a friendly follow-up. So this is one of the points I wanted to bring to the table really quick. What's interesting about this is that it's only as good as the questions that you ask it. So if you're asking, why ice and water shield, it'll get you an answer. But the better way to ask the question is, here in Denver, it's required that we add ice and water shield above a certain elevation. Can you explain to me why that is needed? And it will go out and search and then bring you back this, a nice succinct answer. So the more detailed you get, the better off you're going to be. And the more, not only detailed, but give it like if you want it written in a certain tone. So here's the one thing that I did. I said, write an email to follow up with a lead for my roofing business in Dallas, Texas, that contains less than 300 words, not specific, that is written in a friendly, non-sales oriented tone. So you give it tonality that sounds like Owen Wilson, who plays Lightning McQueen in Cars. Like, that's how specific you can get. And it wrote me a pretty funny email here. I don't know if you can see that. Hey there. And it was just an exaggerated example. Like, I would never use this, but it's a funny way. It says, wow, it's Owen over here at Dallas Roof and Wonder. You remember we chatted about your roof a while back? Just thought I'd cruise on your inbox and check on how things are rolling. And so it's an exaggerated example. It's a fun example, but you get the idea. The more specific you can be as to what the parameters you want it to write, give it tonality, and just play around with it. It's super fun. The other fun thing that we did is I asked it to write a rap song about roofing in the tone of Snoop Dogg. Write a Snoop Dogg rap about roofing. So you can really have some fun with this. There's a lot of things it does outside of business, and just as some fun examples. Those are some of the fun things we did. Chicken dinner ideas. I didn't know what I wanted to make for dinner. I have chicken breast in my freezer. What should I make for dinner tonight? And it gave me 5 recipes. It does all kinds of really, really cool things. So there's a lot of use cases, but most of all for business, it's all about doing research. Why are things needed? Or if you don't know, what's the Unfair Claims Settlement Act? Like I gave you that example. If you don't know why a labor or material is needed when you're writing your estimate, like, yeah, they always tell me to add this flashing, but what is it? Why do I need it? And it'll really inform you. And then third, solve that blank page problem. I can't say it tonight, but that problem, solve it by creating templatized emails written, with, like I mentioned, the tonality. How do you want it to sound? There was one that I was writing. How do you say "get off your lawn" nicely? And it was like, give me some really good little little snippets of like how to not be rude to people, but still tell them nicely to get off your lawn. Not that I have a problem, but just those kinds of things. You can really play around with it. So I saw the question come in here. Does ChatGPT cost anything? No, right now it is free. So you can go start an account at openai.com. So chat, let's see if I can make it a little banner show up for you. Let me edit this. So yeah, it's chat.openai.com. I didn't prepare this, but I will still, let's see here. And that should show, yeah, chat.openai.com is where you can go to sign up for free. There's a couple of things. Let me go back to my screen here. There is a couple of caveats to that. So if I go to the top of the screen, you'll see ChatGPT 3P. Oh my goodness, tonight is not my night for enunciation. GPT 3.5, that's the free one. Right here, GPT-4, I believe, is still paid. I'm a paid user, but it's $20 a month. The difference between the two is GPT-4 has the best information that is the most current. GPT 3.5, I believe, is still, it's as of 2018 or 2020, up to that point. So really, if you searched it for something like, hurricane, that one of the hurricanes that just happened, it wouldn't find information on it. So GPT-4 has the newest and best information. It's $20. I pay for it. It works a little bit faster. It's a little bit more reliable. You will find some days, if you're using the free one, that you're like, ChatGPT has lost its mind. Like you ask it a question like, what could I make for dinner with a steak in my freezer? And it will say, do you want some ice cream? It's like, wait, no, you're not understanding me at all. So ChatGPT-4 is a little bit more reliable, but that's really the difference between the two. If you're looking at cost, it's $20 a month for GPT-4 right now. Anyways, other than that, that's pretty much the use cases for why you should be using AI. And talked a little bit about the EagleView Assess program as well. There's lots of different things coming out that, the insurance company even is allowing some of these tools to be start to become more common. They're looking at the Assess program. They're looking at what's called one-click code. I don't know if you guys know about one-click code, but they go and source all of the codes for you. Not that that's really AI driven, but you can use something like a one-click code to write a letter using ChatGPT. It's pretty cool. So you can start to see how these tools are going to come together and start to support each other, and it's a really beautiful thing. So that is my little mini presentation on AI. If you want the full-blown thing where I go right all into Xactimate and how you get this stuff into Xactimate and use it there, go ahead and click on the link that I put in the description. Actually, it's a comment. I'll comment one more time. Sometimes the comments can fly by. I'll comment one more time just so you guys have that before we leave here tonight. But there we go. You should be able to click on that on both Facebook and YouTube if you'd like to get registered for our upcoming, what is it called? It's called a webinar. It's on Thursday, September 21st, and it's at 2 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. And we'd love for you to join us. We have a really fun time on our trainings, and it's free. So about an hour and a half long. I'm going to go over a lot of things, not only AI, but we're going to go over some things to do with macros and some other fun things in Xactimate. So if you'd like to join us, click that link. And thanks for being here with me today. I will be back next week, and we'll have a post on our Facebook page about what I'll be talking about that'll go up shortly. And you can see what that topic is. I don't have it top of mind right now, but it's going to be a good one, whatever it is, that I can assure you. So save that channel, save that time next week, next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. I go live here on Facebook as well. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you hopefully on Thursday in the webinar. If not, I'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.